Don, since this happens about once a century, all of us who've lived in DC for a while, as I have, everyone's taking note, and it's great to see. I think one of the great things about sports is the way it can unite people and bring a community or a city, a state area together in sport. We see it around the world, and we're certainly seeing it right now in Washington D.C. But this normally, in the middle of October, Don, this is normally a football city. The Washington NFL team, the team I covered back in the 80s when they actually won games and won Super Bowls with Joe Gibbs as the head coach, they've fallen on hard times. They're basically terrible. They're one of the worst two teams in the league, at least as of right now. And so this city was waiting to erupt. Washington, D.C. was in the area, was waiting to erupt for the baseball team. But the baseball team, the Nats, never gave them enough to cheer for. And now here they are playing deeper into October than they ever have. Football team's terrible, and this has turned into a baseball town. And it is true about Washington. We know the impeachment inquiry is going on. We know people are at each other's throats, Republican, Democrat. Donald Trump enters up so many conversations, sports and otherwise. And this is one thing that can unite a city, and especially a city that needs uniting like Washington, D.C. So it's great to watch. We'll see how it plays out. But for this once in a century, once in a lifetime event, Washingtonians are definitely taking notice and enjoying it as much as they can, because they figure maybe it may be a long time before it happens again.
It's amazing, isn't it? And incredible to think that towards the end of the year or in the next few weeks, we could have the impeachment inquiry continuing. Of course, all the top political writers already based in DC, all the top sports writers in the country coming to DC. Can you imagine what that time would be like with all of that going on at the same time?
Yes, this is a city that literally could lift off and send itself into orbit in terms of joy and in terms of importance, in terms of just people just going crazy. But that's Washington, and it has been back in the 80s when I covered the NFL. And there was a joke when Washington Post put me on the NFL beat covering Washington's team. What the old joke was that if Reagan and Gorbachev were meeting and